Hello everybody, this is RJ Epic here, and welcome to the video I sort of promised you guys earlier. I didn't really promise you guys, I more or less teased this, but welcome to my comic haul number 45. Yep, that is right. 5 more to go till we hit the illustrious 50th comic haul. This is a wonderful time. This is actually legit a wonderful time for me in terms of the world of comics. Because lately, between using up credits like crazy, or just doing it, and technically this is the third installment of the credit, like, kind of series, which has been, like, 3 of the past 4 hauls. No, it has been the last 3 hauls. I think it's been all credit. This actually haul isn't all credit. There is some stuff I got without using credit, at the actual comic shop, and I got 3 comics at a different place that I haven't gotten comics, at least to show you guys, because the only comics I got there before were Archie's, but they don't have backing boards or bags, so, yeah. And actually, they're kind of random issues. I don't think I got a number 1 besides 1, and they're not in the best condition either, but they're actually in pretty good enough condition. I'll have to buy bagging boards for them sometime. I don't know. I have a ton of comics, up on my shelf over here, actually, that aren't bagging board. Maybe I'll show you guys them in this sometime, but yeah. Anyway, I actually don't know, I didn't count for this, 13, I have 16 comics here, I'm pretty sure, unless I count it wrong at some point. So yeah, this is the most I've had, I don't know since when. I'm pretty sure I had 20 something at one point, but that's because the Canadian dollar sucks and everything's more expensive now. So as you'll see, especially later on in this haul. But yes, I got like 58 bucks worth of credit this time around, so I could get a lot of shit. So I'm excited to show you guys what I got. And I got these books like 5 days ago now, basically exactly. Actually, it's been a little, like over an hour since I left the place, like 5 days ago. So yeah, it's actually been like 2 hours almost. So, but yeah, anyway, the first book we have here is The Walking Dead number 151, Call to Arms. This is a beautiful This is a beautiful cover. And actually, before I go any farther, speaking of covers, the last comic countdown, I forgot to do my cover of the week. And my cover of the week for that was between SpiderMan number 1 and Invincible Iron Man number 6. And that was a really hard one to choose for me. But I ended up giving it to Invincible Iron Man number 6. I thought it was beautifully drawn. The deep colors were wonderful. And yeah, I really liked the Spider-Man cover, but it just didn't happen. But back to the regular scheduled program, we have, like I said, The Walking Dead number 151, Call to Arms. Like I said, beautiful Charlie Adler to cover, like usual. And this issue was awesome, but I'm not going to go into details, because that is what the comic countdown is for, which you guys actually might be getting right after this, basically. I might try to do it tonight. If not, you guys should be getting it tomorrow, hopefully. I've actually been semi-busy lately. Not really, I could be making videos, but I've just been so out of it lately that I just kind of want to take a step back. So that's why I haven't done any videos like a week and a half or so. I don't know, I haven't really checked, besides the one earlier today, so yeah. I'll probably do that a lot, but I don't want to, but I kind of just, yeah. Speaking of being behind on things, just not doing things, I still have 5 Funko Spotlights to do, which if I don't do the comic countdown, I might do one of those tonight just to kind of make it up to you guys for not doing uploads, but if not, I might do 1 or 2, maybe even 3 of those tomorrow, just because I want to get those out already, and because I actually am starting to get the Funko feeling again, and I might go out and buy one soon, so yeah, or buy a couple soon, so kind of want to be prepared for that. But yes, anyway, on to the next book, not the jibber-jabbering. We have Spider-Woman issue number 3, and actually, a pull list update. I have added this to my pull list, even though I'm not really enjoying this as much as I wish I was. This actually might have been the best issue, though, so far, I think. Issue 2 was probably the worst one so far, and between number 1 and 3 have been the best issue so far. I don't know, 1 was pretty good introduction. I mean, it was kind of dumb, but at the same time it was fun. And this one was really fun too, especially like the beginning and then the end. There's only like not quite a third of it, like in the middle-ish area, that wasn't all that great. But overall, I really like this. Overall, I do like this series. I like how the Super Skrulls so far are the main villains, because I don't really know anything about them, even though I do know some of a little bit about them. Like they were from the storyline Secret Invasion, I think it's like that was their main thing. And then Spider-Woman's one of the main people they took the life of, like, and they kind of basically used her for their own stuff. Like, they didn't kill her or anything, but they pretended that they were her because they can like shape and form their body. I think that's how it works. I'm not sure. I don't really know these guys, but she's like their main enemy when it comes to the human race. Yeah, because in issue 2 they said one of them said something hilarious and like, "Oh no, it's you," blah blah blah, and it was a hilarious remark. So yeah, I'm just taking this book, put in. Anyway, the next book is Batman and Robin Eternal, issue number 19. Basically, anytime you see a comic call from me, expect to see at least one issue of this, because it is a weekly series. And actually, I really do enjoy this series, which has led me to even picking up another weekly series that's actually over with now, but it was weekly when it came out, being Earth 2 Worlds End. So that is also a kind of a fun. I'm only 2 issues in, but it's a fun series so far. And yeah, I don't know. It's just, I like the kind of idea of weekly series, although it costs a lot of money. I hope this, just because it costs so much money, I kind of hope this series ends soon. Even though it's the cheapest book I get, but it's weekly, so it takes a lot out of the wallet. And it's just, I don't know. Wow, it's just weird. Yeah. Because actually, like I said, I've said this before, everything's $1 more expensive for me than it is for the US, so I have to pay $3.99 to $2.99, which means most $3.99 books I have to pay $4.99, as in the Spider-Woman. Actually, I feel like one of the Spider-Womans I actually got for cover price, but I'm not sure. Maybe not. I guess I'm just imagining things now. Yeah. Anyway, the next book, which I actually spoiled in the comic countdown earlier today, was the Uncanny Avengers number 5. Also, before I go into this a little bit, the reason these books are in this order, and I probably would have put the ones I spoiled already in them, but I've read all these books, so know that, and these are in the order I read them, so that's why they are put in this order. There's no like special thing. If there was a special thing, I would have put the ones I spoiled first probably, and left some surprises for later, but this is the order I read them. I wanted to have some good ones, or what I hope to be good first, put some kind of breakish / really, I put a couple cool ones, middle-ish, but I also put a breakish book that I thought wasn't going to be as great. Then I put some breakish ones towards the end also that I didn't think were going to be all too great, and then I put some really awesome ones at the end. So yeah, that was, in my opinion, pretty cool. But yes, we have the Uncanny Avengers number 5, Gambit makes his move. Actually, there's a really cool twist in this book, but I'm not going to go into that in this, but it has something to do with Gambit himself. This series is awesome. This issue was one of the best, if not the best issue of the series so far. I actually think I might say it was the best issue. It was really good. Of course, issue 1 itself was really awesome, and issue 2 was good. Issue 3 was probably the worst one thus far. Issue 4 was amazing, and this was amazing. And I even liked the annual. The annual was pretty cool, too. Which actually reminds me, I kind of want to read Scarlet Witch, because the film from the annual apparently is in the Scarlet Witch series right now. So yeah, or at least was. It might be over now already, because who knows how long the story arcs are. Story arcs kind of change length for different series, so yeah. Anyway, on to the next gem here. Well, I just saw what it was. I don't know if I'd call it a gem. Actually, you know what? This was probably the best issue thus far of the Amazing Spider-Man, because this is the Amazing Spider-Man issue number 7. This new storyline is way better than the first storyline. I actually like. It's so sad how bad the first storyline was compared to this one. I don't know if it's just because we were just like just getting used to new stuff, or if it's just because they didn't really explain a lot of shit. But this is way better. I also like Cloak and Dagger's new costumes, how they're kind of reversed now. I don't know if they're gonna stay like that. I don't know if they're gonna stay like that, or if it's just the drug that they're on because they're kind of forced into taking it or whatever. And if they'll switch back when Spidey eventually saves them, which you know he will. And if I hope Cloak and Dagger get their own series, or at least a mini-series, because I would actually buy that. And, I don't know, I kind of hope they keep these costumes, but at the same time, if not, cool. Okay. That's all I have to say there for now. Next is the probably most random, issue I got this haul. I kind of just picked it up because it was there, and I couldn't really think of what to get besides a book that you'll see later, the next issue after that, but I couldn't find it. And then, of course, when I get up to cash, I found it. It was behind the cash, under stacked stuff. I don't know if somebody bought it or something already, but I just kind of live it. But I already had this in my hands, so I'm like, I'm going to pick this up. And to tell you the truth, I do want to try to somehow catch up, or at least read some of the Star Wars series. And to be honest, if I was to choose a Star Wars series, it wouldn't have been this. It wouldn't have been issue 4 of Star Wars, which is what this is. Star Wars issue number 4. It probably would have been Darth Vader number 3 or Princess Leia number 3. But I decided to go for this because it was there. I found it. I didn't even look for the other two. And I am happy that I did, I guess, because this is actually probably the best issue of the series. I don't know, issue 1 and 2, well, were pretty good. I don't know. I don't know what it is with season. I just can't get into this. Issue 1 was really good. Issue 2 kind of went downhill from there. Issue 3 kind of really sucked, or was just underwhelming enough to where it made me feel like it sucked. And then issue 4 was really good. It was like the best issue so far. So this was like one of the last chances for this series thus far. So this issue saved this series ass for me. And I don't drop series, but I probably wouldn't have dropped this series, but I wouldn't have picked up for a long time, probably. Because I'm kind of sick and tired of the Star Wars bullshit since Marvel picked it up, at least for the main title. It's kind of thus far that I've read. I know it's in like I know it's like closer to 20 issues now, or at least it's in the teens. It's like 15 issues or something now, or close to that. But I don't know. I just can't get into it as much as I wish to, or as much as I want to. And a lot of surprises happened in this issue. That's probably why it was so good too. So Star Wars issue number 4 has saved this series for now, even though I probably still won't pick number 5 up for a while. I'll probably go back to either Princess Leia or Darth Vader, even though Princess Leia's last issue was a little bit of a letdown also. But Darth Vader thus far has, both issues I've read have been amazing. So that's probably the series I'm going to go after, especially since I feel like that's actually the most prominent series, or at least the most consistently prominent. Apparently, from what I've seen and heard, this like series is kind of all over the place. But which makes sense because it's called Star Wars. It's not really off specific characters, so it kind of almost has to get all the characters in and new ones that they bring in. So yeah, I don't know, whatever. It's Star Wars. It's like the probably least underwhelming series I've read / least underwhelming issue I got this haul. Actually, that's probably no. It probably was, because usually in my books I feel like they're pretty spectacular in my hauls because I get great stuff. But I got great stuff here, and this was just like kind of the weird edition. Like this was like the friggin' oddity. That's a friggin' 1998 WWF reference, but this is the oddity of the group. But yeah. Anyway, on to the next issue, which, to be honest, was one of my favorite issues of this haul, if not my favorite. And that is Spider-Man / that's a spoiler for the comic content, by the way. And that is Spider-Man / Deadpool issue number 2, which featured the main Spider-Man that is around Miles Morales. And oh my god, this was the funniest Deadpool comic I think I've ever read. The first issue was one up there too. For some reason, these two paired together, Deadpool doesn't stop the jokes from coming. Even Spider-Man doesn't. He cracks a lot of jokes, and Deadpool said some hilarious stuff in this issue, which is part of the reason I love Deadpool. And actually, speaking of Deadpool, I watched the movie. I think I'm gonna do an RJ Talks on that / review. I don't know. I kind of need to watch it again I feel like, before I review it, but I might just do an overview of it. I don't know, we'll see. That might happen tomorrow or sometime this week, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, this was an awesome issue, and I cannot wait for number 3. And actually, I'm gonna add this to my pull list, even if I had to take something out, because this is too good to miss for me. Unless I might try another issue or two about adding it to my pull list, but if it just keeps up so good, I think I'll give it one more try. And if it's really good, I'll add it to my pull list for sure, or even just add it to my pull list anyway, because it's been that good. But yeah, I hope this series continues the trend of being amazingly awesome. And that's that. Let's move on. Next is one of my semi-new favorite series, We Stand on Guard, issue number 2. This is an independent title, one of my favorite independent titles. If not my favorite, no, I can't say my favorite because Walking Dead's there. I just can't. But if it wasn't for Walking Dead, this might be my favorite. Even though Spread was really good, Lazarus is pretty good. I have to read more of that stuff. But I like reading independents, but I just don't have the money to read independents, in my opinion, because I'd rather read the big two, Marvel and DC, over independents, even though I got more freaking independent issues in here than I did DC books. I only got the one DC book, which you guys already saw in Batman Robin Eternal, which is weird. And I actually have one more independent later on, which is the book, which one of the books I got from that place. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, We Stand on Guard number 2. The first issue was amazing, probably the best first issue I've ever read, and this continued that trend, being another awesome issue with the one. Okay, if I had to say one thing, is that the art in this book is absolutely amazing, and I love the art. If I could have this art in like most of the series, I would love that. And actually, I would kind of like this type of art in, say, a Spider-Woman series. That's kind of one of the things that turns me off from Spider-Woman a little bit, is that the art is a little bit different and weird. It's not completely my style. I mean, I'm not completely against it, but it's just, I don't know. I prefer a more realistic book art style. But yeah, anyway, moving on. I'm trying to finish this series now, so that's why you guys are seeing these issues. Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember, but I haven't finished the last volume of Amazing Spider-Man. So right here in front of me, I have the Amazing Spider-Man number 18, which is the last and final part / issue for the storyline where the Ghost is in and him trying to take down Parker Industries. So yeah, this was really awesome yet again. It's sad when you know the last volume of Amazing Spider-Man was better so far than the one they're going on now. And I re-experienced that with this issue, and actually the next issue, spoiler alert, because it's also the next issue of Amazing Spider-Man. And yeah, I just couldn't help but love this. Like, why couldn't they just continue this sort of story and whatever? And I wish they didn't cut so much out. Like, I know it's 8 months later after the sequels or whatever, but I want to know what happened between then. Like, how did Peter Parker get so far and whatever? But I guess we'll never know. Anyway, next, I already kind of spoiled it, but it's the Amazing Spider-Man number 18.1, continuing the .1 trend that Spider-Man likes to do. Oh my, this was Spiral Part 3. Spiral Part 2 was kind of a letdown, but this freaking issue was amazing. Actually, it's funny, because issue 2 was a letdown of this story, and then issue 1 was a letdown of the other story, and then issue 2 was good at that, and issue 1 was good at this. It's weird how that worked, but both part 3s, which is the final one for that, and 3 or 5 for this, there's 2 other issues I have to get of the Amazing Spider-Man for the last volume and of the story, and this was amazing. I loved it. I can't friggin' explain how much I loved it, and I loved the friggin' characters in the story. Black Cat even showed up this issue. There's just a lot of mobsters and everything, and mob related characters, and then there's the Wraith, which I love, and actually Black Cat was a big part of the end of the last issue too, and I just love Black Cat. Actually, she's probably one of my favorite Spider-Man villains, heroes, anti-heroes, because she's been like everything now. She's like all over the place. Well, she's definitely Marvel's freaking Catwoman. Yeah. Anyway, next is Secret Wars number 4 of 9. You could even say 4 of 10 with the Secret Wars number 0. But yes, oh man, probably my favorite event. If not, it's going to be my favorite event by the time this ends. Secret Wars, I can't say enough good things. Issue 1, amazing. issue 2 sucked. I'm just gonna say that issue 2 completely sucked of Secret Wars, in my opinion. It was boring as hell. There was some okay moments in there. There was some fun moments, but issue 2 sucked. Issue 3 was incredible. Issue 1 and 3 were kind of tied for favorite. I think 3 I beat over 1. And then I read this, and this was probably the best issue of Secret Wars so far. And the way this ended, okay, spoiler alert. Okay, no, you know what? I'm not going to give that. I'm going to wait till the comic countdown. You guys aren't getting spoilers from me. But, oh my god, some big stuff happens in this. And some awesome stuff happens in this. And I'm so excited. And I love God Doom. Hail God Doom. Oh my god. And I love that all the characters that we weren't sure what was going to happen to them are on Battle World now. Which we already knew because the series are out now. But I do know that some of these characters might not be around by the end of this. So that is also cool. I know it's 4 right there, but it turned out to be 4-9. But so yeah, whatever. But yeah, I just love Secret Wars. This main series is actually probably the best part of Secret Wars. Well, Spider-Verse is really good. Then I've got quite a few Secret Wars series, and actually I need to finish those besides Spider-Verse, and I still want to get more. So yeah, you guys should hopefully see more of that. For the, like, probably the full year knowing me, because I can't complete a series to save my life, and I'll probably start new ones. So yeah, hopefully that can happen. Hopefully I'll finish this series semi-soon. I hope to find number 5 when I go back, so that is something I probably will search for, just because I need to make sure I get it, since that was no issue there when I looked, except the one up front. I was looking for Secret Wars number 5, when I said that story earlier, and then I found it behind the counter, and I should have got it, and I'm regretting it now, because this was amazing, and I know number 5 is only going to get better, so yeah, I hope so at least. If it doesn't, I'm going to cry. No, because this might be my favorite series that I'm reading, one of my favorite series that I probably read, so yeah, anyway. And it might be my favorite event that I've read. I don't know, Spider-Verse is hard to beat, but this is really good. Anyway, next are the random books I picked up from that other random place where I sometimes get Archies, like every couple years or every few years, just because I'm down there, so why not? They didn't really have many comics to choose from, and they don't usually anyway, but I saw these, and I'm like, why not? I might as well give them a try. They're only $1. Let's go for it. And we got kind of part of the Shattered Hero storyline type thing, or a time of Marvel continuity. We have Journey into Mystery number 632. You probably never imagined to see a book like this in one of my comic book hauls, but yeah, this is what you're getting. I can't believe I just said that. Yeah, this is kind of at the time. I don't know if this has always been like a series that we followed around Loki, but if not, this is the time. This is around the time where the series was basically a Loki solo series almost, with side characters and stuff. I don't know why they didn't just call it like Loki or something, but I guess Journey into Mystery kind of sounds cooler. This is a weird number for me to get to start off with on a series, but 632. I'm like, it's probably a sort of start to a story arc if there's a story arc here. I'm like, I might as well just go for it, man. And actually, it's funny because I saw a Fantastic Four issue there. It was 500 something, like 532 or something like that. Not 532, but it was like 5. After it was 500 something, and it freaking like it was a later 500, I think. And it was the start of a story arc, and I was gonna get it, and then I went away, and I came back, and it was freaking gone in the span of like 15 minutes. And I was like, oh, I wish I picked that up now. It's because I've kind of always wanted to try Fantastic Four, because I feel like I'm too harsh on them. Like when I kind of say I don't really like the Fantastic Four, I think it's mostly because Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards, he just comes off as an arrogant dick most of the time to me, so that's why I don't like the Fantastic Four, but yeah. Anyway, I'm going to move on to another independent book, the last one of this haul, which is from New Paradigm Studios. I don't really know. I don't think they really have done anything besides this series is like the biggest one, I think. It is Watson Holmes #1. It is first issue. It is the second printing. And actually, I probably would have never gotten this issue if it wasn't there for $1. That's a lie. I might have picked it up if I had seen it at my comic shop, but I've never seen it. I've never seen this book before. I have seen someone in a comic call pick this up in some of this series besides the first issue. I've seen like a black cover, which I think is the original cover, and then I've seen this and other stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I like that YouTuber, so I'm gonna give it a try. I haven't watched his videos because he's kind of stopped uploading stuff regularly, and I kind of don't like when people don't upload regularly, even though I do that all the time. But I don't do it for months and months. I do it for like a week or two or 3 at a time, which it's cause I'm really I like have school and stuff, so I'm busy. But yeah, so I just don't get around to it. But yeah, so I've seen this book and I'm like, well, this guy said it's good, and it actually does look interesting and sound interesting. So I'm gonna give it a try, and I did. And it was awesome. So yeah, hopefully, yeah, I was from this place called Strange Adventures which I've shown you guys before. But yeah, I hope that was pretty good. And probably the most random issue of this haul, actually, and I said Star Wars was, but this is probably the most random issue. But it's an Ultimate book, and I love the Ultimate Universe, so I had to pick it up just to give it a try, even though it's not in issue 1. It's not issue number 1, but this is Ultimate Human issue number 2 of 4, which I actually didn't notice the of 4 before. I didn't know how many issues were in this, but it says clearly right there, issue 2 of 4. I don't have issue 1, but I saw this because I love the Ultimate Universe. I picked it up. I saw this, I'm like, hell yeah, I'll get that for $1. So now I gotta go to my comic shop and try to find issue 1, 3, and 4. And it might even be an issue 0, because sometimes it seems they do that. They did that with Ultimate Vision, but I still gotta find the rest of that, because that was an amazing story. These, like, Ultimate series that people don't really like, or haven't really read, I seem to enjoy. I don't know why. I just love the Ultimate Universe. It's not even that this was that great. It's just, I don't know. And the art wasn't even that good. I mean, it was good. It was really good, but the depictions of the characters, at least the way Tony Stark looked, it's like they wanted them to look like the Tony Stark we know, but at the same time, they didn't. So it looked like a weird Tony Stark. I do love this version of the Hawk, though. The Hawk. It sounded like I said Hawk. But I do like the Ultimate version of the Hawk. I love the Grey Hawk thing, and this Bruce Banner has like long hair, and I think that's cool. And he's like a bit younger, it seems like, and it's like more of a beach blondish hair, and it's kind of cool. So yeah, it's kind of funny how Hawk got his powers in this universe too. So yeah. Actually, this could be the most random book I got. I paid $6.99 for this Mother Trucker, and this is originally $5.99, which is still expensive, but I paid $6.99 for this because I had a lot of credit. And actually, The Walking Dead in this book were like 2 books I paid for. Actually, I didn't even mean to pay for Walking Dead. Actually, the last book here is probably what I would have paid for if I had paid for anything, because it kind of fits the price range of what I did pay in terms of money. I paid like $10 a little over for besides the credit, so I spent like 60, almost $70 on the comic shop, and then plus $3 for books at the other random place. So that's like 71, $72, maybe even 73. I don't know, but whatever. Pretty awesome. No, I think it would have been only 71 or 72, but yeah. But yeah, anyway, enough jibber jabber. We have Marvel Holiday Special, or the Gwenpool Holiday Special. This isn't the original cover, I think. This is the variant. I'm pretty sure, at least. This is a variant, not the variant. There's many variants, I think. There's actually another one there, which I really wanted. I actually probably would have gotten it, but I couldn't resist this cover. This cover is greatness. So I had to get it. Also, I got the other one, which I still might get if I cough up another $7, which I really don't want to do just for a different cover, but I might have to. How's this video just as long as the comic countdown? I'm going on for ages. I have a lot of books, guys. I'm sorry. But, yeah, this is almost 30 minutes now, a little over by the time it ends. It'll be like the same exact time, but yeah. This was amazing, awesome. I love the new character of Gwenpool. Actually, I really love Gwenpool. And the Deadpool story in here was awesome with the Hawkeyes. And actually, all the scores are pretty cool. I got back into kind of the Miss Marvel hype wagon. I kind of want to read her series again, even though I kind of tried to before, but couldn't find the issues. I think I'll have to look again, because I do kind of like her. And then Captain Marvel showed up, and She-Hulk was actually probably the character I kind of didn't care about as much, but I still do like her. I might try to find her Marvel Now volume, Marvel Now series, because I have wanted to read that, and I've kind of always wanted to read that since it came out. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to move on to the last book of this haul. Finally, this needs to end. And that is Deadpool issue number 7, the 25th anniversary special. You know how much this book is cover price? This is $9.99. You know how much I paid for this book? That's how much I love Deadpool. And the Deadpool movie just came out. This came out right before the Deadpool movie. And I got this 2 days before the Deadpool movie. I got this Friday night, so it's not even 2 full days. No, movies come out on Friday. What am I talking about? I got it the same day Deadpool came out. Jeez, sorry, I got the wrestling pay-per-views and movies confused and mixed. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, I got the same day Deadpool came out on Friday, and I got my days confused. But I paid $11.99 for this mother chucker. Wow, that is wonderful. But this is a thick book, so it's worth it. Great stories in here, and I say stories because there's more than one. Even though the Deadpool story takes up a little under half the book, it's still really good. There's like a full issue of Deadpool, like a normal issue, and then it goes on to have other stories around the other Mercs for Money characters, like all of them, and they each get like a solo story, some of them shorter, some of them bigger, and most of them are really good. The worst one was probably the Mexican Deadpool, the Massacre, just because I can't speak Spanish, so I didn't understand like basically half the stuff that was being said. So yeah, it was really good. But yes, anyway guys, if you enjoyed this video, I love doing these. Please like, comment, subscribe, and even share if you want to. I can't push you to, but if you enjoy, please do. Now, see you all later, and thank you all for watching. And peace out. I think I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit from this video. But yeah, anyway, see you, and good night.